My brother and I grew up in the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and we've always wondered exactly what it was that makes this place so special. After creating a short film about the connectivity of this watershed, Fly Fishers International reached out and challenged us to take the journey further. So we grabbed our fly rods and camera gear and climbed into an old camper van named the Green Machine. Over 1,000 miles, 7 days, in one watershed. This is the Chesapeake Tales.
Tell you about the heartland, that's my Pennsylvania home, where the mountain laurel blossoms midst the blue rocks all around. On the Appalachian Trail, the springs are cool and clear and sweet.
My name is Kate Fritz, and I have the honor of serving as the CEO of the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay. I'm here in central Pennsylvania today because this is the most critical piece of the restoration of the Chesapeake Bay, and I'm hoping to catch some trout later today too. So our work is across the entirety of the Chesapeake Bay, which starts up in Cooperstown, New York, and goes all the way down to Norfolk, Virginia. So within that whole area, there are 7 jurisdictions that drain to the Chesapeake Bay. And when most people think of the Chesapeake Bay, I think they think of Annapolis and they think of blue crabs. But when I think of the Chesapeake Bay, I think of the whole watershed. I think of New York, and I think of Pennsylvania, West Virginia. I think of all the forests and the streams that drain to the Chesapeake Bay. So one of the best indicators of water quality, of how clean any stream is, are the bugs that live at the bottom of it. So when you think of trout streams, you think of mayflies, you think of stoneflies, you think of caddis, and those are all insects that need incredibly clear and clean water. And so when you think of the green drake that is hatching all around me, coming off, you're watching birds have snacks on the leaves, you're watching trout pick them up off the water, you know that you're in a clean stream because you can see that bug, and that bug is an indicator that this is a healthy stream.
My name is George Daniel. I am from central Pennsylvania. I guess you can call me a fly fishing instructor. I make a living teaching others how to fly fish. I am currently the director of the Joe Humphreys fly fishing program here at Penn State University. So this is kind of a dream job. You know, I grew up 13, 14, like idolizing guys like George Harvey, Joe Humphreys, read their books, and just thought what a cool job it would be to be able to teach at a university and actually get paid for it. So to be able to have this job and kind of follow in the footsteps of my friend and good mentor, Joe Humphreys, is kind of a dream come true. I've been all over the world, basically, with the U.S. fly fishing team, the U.S. youth team, and then just traveling the country doing clinics and seminars. Every area's got phenomenal fishing, but what keeps drawing me back to central Pennsylvania is just within a short drive, 15-20 minutes, you can fish 3 or 4 Class A trout streams. You've got unlimited blue line opportunities coming into that area. So the trout fishing here is some of the best here in the East Coast. And for me, I can't think of any other place other than live than central Pennsylvania, because it's just, for me, it's trout haven. The Chesapeake Bay watershed is incredibly important. So many of basically my playground where I play, all those bodies of water dump into the Chesapeake Bay. And to have a clean and viable Chesapeake Bay often means a clean and good playground for me to go out and fish. Not only me, but also being a father. You know, it's a place where I want my kids to eventually go. And even with my students at Penn State, I want them to have the same opportunities to go out, travel, explore, and just really understand what amazing features and resources that this state and that this resource can offer them.
There are over 19 million people that live in the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And the Alliance and myself believes it's critically important for all 19 million of those people to be able to have access to fish, to swim, to recreate. And I think it's truly important for me personally and for the Alliance as an organization to continue to build mentoring networks to bring new people into this space, to access this space. Because those 19 million people in the Chesapeake Bay watershed will never be able to value what they cannot touch or access or enjoy. Chesapeake Bay, to me, means catching crawfish in West Virginia. It means fishing in lakes in Pennsylvania. It means wandering around the wetlands of Virginia. And it means this whole area. It means where I grew up, where I moved around a lot. So when I think about the Chesapeake Bay and I think about the future, I think about how critically important it is for my generation, for the next generation, to protect and do everything we can in our power to restore it today to a future where it's sustainable and it's healthy and we're not afraid to access it.
After our previous day, chasing beautiful Pennsylvania brown trout and experiencing the legendary green drake hatch, we packed up camp and drove southwest with big native brook trout on our minds.